Hi guys, it's me, Andrea. I'm doing some posts today, but only to get the skin. This is a collaboration work with Ina Solsbery. And everything you need to know about that you will find in the description box. This is part one, and I will show you, and Ina will show you how we make skins. So I start directly with experimenting, using a lot of fluid stuff. I'm not having a lot of fluids in acrylic paint, so that's why I use this De La Roni ink. That's a very glittery one. I use this Tattered Angel Glimmer Glaze, and yeah, for example, this is the Distress Paint. That's very fluid. And as a pour, I use not only pour in medium from Liquitex. I use this really cheap PVA glue I get at my art supply store. So I'm mixing different stuff up, this too, for example, and I found finally some silicon spray, a pure silicon spray in my DIY here. So, and the first thing I tried was my palette knife, my paper palette here. And this Lumiere's, for example, I use shiny colors, shiny paint. Because it's experimenting. I didn't know how to or what to use. Actually, I tried different stuff to make skins, and I know my palette paper here works perfectly, because when I forget to use all the paint up, I often use the leftover the next day. I peel it off and use it as a skin, so I know that works. But what happens is I'm pretty limited, and this hole for your thumb to hold that pad up is a bit annoying. So, and I'm not showing you how I mix paint. I don't think that makes any sense, because there are so many videos out there to show you how to mix. Everyone has a different mix anyway. So have a look when you want to learn. That there are a lot of beginner videos out there, and I'm more the person, I'm learning by doing. I pour stuff together so the stuff comes out. Yeah, the outcome could be nicer, or yeah, not that nice, but that's me. I'm trying, and I'm so impatient. I don't want to watch 1000 videos how to do. I try it myself. Good idea? I don't know. To me, it's the best thing. I have a lot of fun with it. So I always to produce best cells here for me was by going over with this huge palette knife. So this is actually the next thing I tried. That was baking paper, and I really glued it on this MDF board to make it smooth. And yeah, it looked okay at the beginning, but as soon as the paint was on top, it got wet and warped. You can see it already. But it wasn't a complete failure. You will see it afterwards when that's dry. So then I started using my, what do you call them? Craftmans. I have quite a lot of them. I found them. I'm using the original ones, these brownish ones, but this ones I found on a market somewhere, especially to use for baking in the kitchen. But it has a really slick and smooth surface, and most of them for baking haven't got that. So they are thinner than the Craftman, but they're working fine, and they only cost me €1 each. So I don't know how many I got, 8, and I can even cut them to size here. And yeah, I really liked it, and that worked perfectly. That was the best substrate I worked on for making skins. So I use up all my paint I still have, and use it on all the things. So these are the first skins. They're dried. They need an awful lot long time. Well, this is actually on an MDF board directly, where I put all my leftover paints I had from the first stage, and I'm pretty pleased with that one. So I'm trying now to peel the skins off, and it works pretty good. So yeah, where it's a bit thin, you might lose that bit, but it doesn't matter. There's enough skin left where you can work with. You know, our second video will be about, we send the skins to each other, and the second video will be about what are we doing with it. So here I put some varnish, and this glossy varnish and medium from Liquitex on top to give it some shine back, because it got a bit dull. So, but it's back to shine. So this is that one on the baking paper. It is, yeah, it's warped. You can see that, and the start was a bit yeah, difficult, but at the end of the day I could remove most of it undestroyed, and it is pretty thick. That got really, that's a very thick one, so I think you can do quite a lot of with it, and it has a bit of texture to it because of this creases, and yeah, but that's okay. But I would never use it again. No baking paper though. So best thing is to do with this craft mats. It's really good. So I have the results now on all the dried stuff, and decided then only to work with my craft mats. And I try different combination here of colors, and yeah, and mix my own reds here. You will see later. I tried with my neon colors, and I like neon, so you will see what I do with that. And this got a bit, yeah, out of control. You can see when I go over with my craft knife here, it looks a bit, yeah, not at the moment. It will look different when it's dry. Of course, it dries. When it dries, it looks very different. So that's always a problem. Can't stop it from pouring. On here, I put everything I had left over together in one pot and did this dirty pour. It looks okay at the moment, but it got, when it was dry, it got really dark. So, but it's not bad actually. So this is the last bit. That's an orange and green, bit of white. I think I put some black. Do I have something black left? I don't know. There is something left. I will put in the middle. No, I won't. Okay. I thought I did, but no, I didn't. So I get rid of the bubbles with my heat tool. Better would be, of course, this burner. I got it now actually, but yeah. So peel everything off from my craft mat, and it's a piece of cake. Really fantastic. I will show you all the skins I've done at the end. As you can see, that's what I can recommend. If you want to make skins, go for the craft mat. Oh, there's always, when you use too much PVA, it doesn't dry properly. It stays sticky. So don't go crazy with the PVA when you're doing the pour. Okay, and this is an MDF again, and I use a lot of my neon colors, and but this in the middle is ink from De La Rowney. Put some ink in. I really like that color and this combination, and I like the outcome. You will see at the end when it's dry, it always changes. It gets definitely darker, but I really like it. So that's the last ones I will remove from the craft mat and show you. You can see it darkened up so much. But I think I can do something really nice with it. So I remove all the other ones, and I think I will show you afterwards all my all my skins I've produced. Quite like that one. It's green. I like green. Anyone, you know that. So in here you can see what I meant with it got darker, much darker. You know, when it was still wet, it was much lighter and more reds, and yeah, but that's okay. So at the beginning it's a bit thin. It's a bit thin, so you have to be careful starting removing it. But yeah, I really like that one. I will show you now all of my skins I produced. Okay, you saw that one, but that's a close-up. I really like these tiny cells on that one. You know, these cells are coming out sometimes more or less. I'm not, the problem is I'm not that precise with making my pores, you know. Bit, yeah, working a bit slutty and lazy. Yeah, okay. But having fun, and that's, I think, is the most important part, isn't it? So I quite like this one. I bet I especially put in this copper drips and drops for Ina because she liked this copper and turquoise as well, and I love that one. That's quite nice in the middle, you know. Beautiful with the shiny pool. That's this turquoise teal from Vivid Ultra Metallics, really shiny. So, and that's this one, bit of black in the middle, that's okay. Can't really remember, I sent Ina quite a few, not only one, so I cut some of them into half so that I keep half of it and Ina get the other half because they're pretty big and you're limited to what you can send by mail. So okay, and this is my finished MDF I've done. I told you before it darkens, and I put a good layer of glossy varnish on top again, so you can see that I really like this color combination, this neon magenta, and beautiful. And then in the background that looks a bit like 3D there in the background with this turquoise, absolutely fantastic, love it. But the problem is a pour is a pour, you know, it's something you can't really, as an artist, you can't really predict or not or control it, you know. Of course it takes skills to put the right combination of color together and the right pour and everything, but at the end of the day this paint is telling you what they want to do, and I wanted to put my signature on that, so that's why I used here my glass outliner from Marabou in white and put some lines on it. And this is actually a liquid glass, so-called liquid glass from Viva Decor. And I fill in some of the spaces. I wanted to do more, but that's so exhausting pressing this bottle together that I think decided, oh, that's enough. And that's absolutely enough. I think more would have been too much. So, and that's it. You will see an awful lot of pictures coming up. And I say already thank you for watching, guys. So wait for part 2 where we'll show you what we'll do with the skins we send to each others. But so far, as I said, thanks a lot for watching. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and even leave a comment. That would be fantastic. You will find Ina's link in the description box below. Go for it, have a look and have fun. So I hope I will see you soon. Bye bye.